Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Test Drive. This episode, we're going Formula 1 in Assetto Corsa. So if you're an F1 fan or maybe you're new to the game, stick around as we take a look at just how awesome Assetto Corsa can be when it comes to F1. Now, for those not familiar with this track, we are at the legendary Spa GP circuit located in Belgium, and I'm up against two of the fastest Formula 1 cars of the 2015 season, the Mercedes F1 W06 Hybrid, driven by now 3 times world champion Lewis Hamilton and his teammate Nico Rosberg. I'm playing as Valtteri Bottas in the 2015 Williams F1 37. Now this race is going to be a quick one, only 4 laps. I've got the opponent difficulty set to 98%. Also got some official F1 broadcast overlays set over the screen to give it more of a TV feel. Played around with the camera settings as well to try and get it as close as possible to the 2015 onboard camera used. I'm just going to try and get around this first lap cleanly while the tyres warm up. I'm also trying to be really gentle on the throttle with close to 900 horsepower under my right foot. Now this Williams F1 37 is brought to you by the awesome people over at Formula Corsa Modding, or the Formula Corsa Modding team, who have this car as a free download along with the Mercedes F1 W06. You see here that I'm up against those as well, being made by the Formula Corsa team, and they have done an awesome job with this Williams. From the 3D model to the sound design, it looks and sounds absolutely awesome. And it's just a testament to how many great modding groups have currently made or are making insane content for Assetto Corsa. Now this F1 37 hasn't been updated for some time by Formula Corsa, and they did announce back in August that there will be no further updates for this mod. So I do believe it's running one of Assetto Corsa's old tyre models, which some people say as not being the best or too good, but with Assetto Corsa currently being updated every 2 to 3 months, it does mean that some content creators need to rewrite code or redo graphics for their mods to be fully compatible whenever an update comes out. And I think a lot of these mod developers are just waiting for Assetto Corsa's constant updates to settle down a little before committing too much time in fear of another update coming along and making their work incompatible. As for the feel of this car, there is a bit of talk on the forums, or some forums, saying that because this Williams hasn't been updated for so long, it feels a bit too slippery, which may come down to the tyre model. But I'm not the greatest driver on the planet, and I'm not sure if you can tell here, but you do need to finesse this car a bit to keep it pointing in the right direction. I have managed a 151 around here with no assists, except ABS, and that's more because of the brake pedal on my Driving Force GT. Definitely not the best. Also, there seems to be an issue with the ERS running out and not working correctly or not recharging, which I'm assuming is due to the updates. Bottas, I think, qualifying or doing a 148 in here around this track in this year's Grand Prix. So I think with slightly better driving and ERS working, you'd be getting really close to that time, which is a testament to just how accurate this mod is on this fully laser scan track. Another thing I love about this car is how easily it is to get wheel spin, and if you use full throttle in the first 3 gears, there's a good chance the car will be facing the wall before you realise, which seems to be really accurate to what you see when watching F1 onboard cameras. A lot of the drivers only using 100% throttle once they're in 4th gear, which when you think about it tells you how much torque these 1.6 litre turbo engines are making. As for this Spa circuit, home of the Belgian Grand Prix, and winding through a beautiful part of the Ardennes Forest, it's fully laser scanned in Assetto Corsa and one of the Formula 1 drivers' favourite tracks during the F1 calendar. It's definitely been a host to some of the most memorable races in F1 history. The 1998 race in particular, widely regarded by many as the most memorable, with one of the biggest first lap incidents you'll ever see, wiping out more than half the field. Then Schumacher and Coulthard colliding later on in the race, with Schumacher storming the McLaren garage and trying to have a punch-up with Coulthard. If you haven't seen that race in full, or you're an F1 fan, definitely recommended to check out. This year's Belgian Grand Prix as well was an eventful one, with Ferrari and Vettel trying to push their tyres to the limit by trying to pull off a one-stop strategy and then suffering a huge tyre failure 2 laps from the end of the race. Ferrari and Vettel blaming Pirelli blaming Ferrari and Vettel for pushing the tyres too much. Pirelli definitely not having the best standing with a few of the F1 teams right now, which made it all the more surprising to see them have their tyre supply contract renewed for a few more seasons recently. So I believe Michelin as well were trying to get into F1. Not really sure how I feel about having a single tyre supplier. It's a lot better a few years ago when there were two suppliers during this season. Anyway, I'm on my final lap here of this Belgian Grand Prix 4-lap race with the AI set to 98%. Probably should have wound it up to 100% because I have maintained my gap a little bit and it hasn't been the most interesting race. Might wind it up to 100% next time and see how we go. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like and let me know how you think this compares to other F1 titles. F1 2015, both on PC and PS4. Be sure to check out my other videos as well. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. If you want to see more of my videos from me in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all again next time.